This is an Excel problem I recently solved. So I would like to share with you so we can all do it together. So as you can see now, the problem has been clearly stated in this very particular spreadsheet. And we have the data that reflect the problem we want to solve and then the solution of where this problem will be solved. Now, if you want to follow along, check one of the link in the description to download this very particular Excel file. So what is this problem all about? You see, it is basically an employee evaluation system where we have to follow some criteria to see which employee is fit for a particular bonus package and how much will be the bonus calculation. So the criteria are four. First of them is the performance score. The second is to calculate the bonus percentage. Then the third is to look at the number of years each employee has served in the organization, which will determine the additional bonus they get. And then finally, every employee must not have a bonus that exceed a particular amount. I hope you understand. So if you want to get detailed information about this problem, it's clearly stated here. So now let's move to our data section. We have each employee ID and data that reflects each and every employee. So let's move down to the solution part in order to provide a solution to this problem and calculate their bonus package. So first things first, what is our first criteria? The first thing we need to do is to calculate their performance score. And as you can see here, we have individual performance for every month across all employees. I hope you understand. So I'll just move to the edge here and just call this performance score, which is something like this. Then I'll just double tap in order to fit in the content. Or let me just scale it up, something like this. Now, what I'll do is to introduce the average function in order to calculate their average performance for the year. So to do that, I'll just introduce the average function, which is this. Then I'll make reference to this cell all the way down to this very particular point. And this is exactly what I have. I hope you understand. So that's the average. Now we are done with the first criteria. Then the next criteria, as you can see now, is to calculate their bonus package. Now this bonus package should be calculated based on their average score. And the criteria is this. If the overall performance score is 90 and above, then the employee gets a 20% bonus of their annual salary. If it is between 75 and 89, then the employee gets only 10% of their annual salary. While if it is less than 75, the employee gets what? 5%. Now, to solve this problem and to answer this question, we need to introduce the if function. So I'll just come down here, then I will just call it bonus. Then under this very particular section, I will now introduce the if function. So I could just say that if what is here is greater than 90, that's the first criteria. If it is greater than 90, then introduce 20%. So I will just type in my 20% here and I'm done. So I'll type the equal sign so that I will now move. But since I have multiple criteria, instead of using only if, I'll be using the ifs, the one that has the IFS. So I'll just introduce S here so that it will just automatically change the function to the ifs function because I'll be dealing with multiple criteria. Now I'm done with the first logical test. The next is to look at the second criteria that says if it is between 75 and 89, then 10% bonus should be given. I hope you understand. So what I'll do now is that I'll first of all introduce the AND function. The reason why I'll introduce the AND function is because the AND helps you test two or more logical tests that must be valid. So I'll first of all create one that will help me evaluate if it is more than 75. Then I'll now create another logical test that will help me evaluate if it is less than 89. These two logical tests will be matched together using the AND function and generally will not be used as our second logical test for the ifs function. I hope you understand. Now let's practicalize it. So I have introduced the AND function. So what I will need to do now is to specify my first logical test. So I will just make reference to this and say, okay, if this is greater or equal to 75, then the second logical test here is that if this same performance score is less than 90, that's the second criteria. Then I'll close my parentheses. So I am done with the AND function. And this very particular parameter has now specified from 75 down to 89. I hope you understand. Now, the AND function generally make up the second logical test of the ifs function. I hope you understand. So this is where we are as far as the ifs function is concerned. Now, after inputting this, then what will be the results if this very particular criteria holds? Then we should return a 10% bonus. Then I'll hit comma. Then I will now move to the third criteria that says if this is less than 75, then what would happen? Return 5% bonus. If I am done with this, I'll just close my parentheses and I'll hit enter. As you can see in this situation, it is in between 75 to 89, and that is why we have 10%, which is the same as 0.1. I hope you understand. So the if function we use in collaboration with the and function has helped us solve the second criteria, and this expectation has been met. Then the third one is the service-based bonus, which specify that if an employee has served for more than 5 years, then the employee should be given 5%. And if the same employee has served more than 15 years, then he or she should be given what? 12%. But if the employee served less than 5 years, then no bonus for such employee. I hope you understand. So what I will do now is to move to the section here. Then I will just say service bonus. Let me just call this service bonus. Then I'll just double click here in order to expand it. Let me just expand it manually, and I have something that looks like this. So from 5 to 14 years is the condition we are dealing with here. I hope you understand. So I will still use the ifs function in this situation. So I will just introduce the ifs function, which is this. Then my first logical test, I will need to introduce the and function because I'm dealing with an interval here. So I will just introduce and function, which is something like this. Let me move to the formula bar so that I will find it convenient. I will make reference to the year of service column, which is this. Then I'll say, okay, if what is inside this cell is greater or equal to 5, that's my first logical test for the and function. Then the second logical test for the and function is if what is inside this same cell is less than 15 years. That's the second condition for the and function. So what I'm trying to say here is that the and function will specify this interval. That means it has to be greater than or equal to 5 and less than 15, which is the interval from 5 to 14. I hope you understand this. So let me just close my parenthesis so that I'll be done with the and function. And that makes my first logical test for the if function. If this criteria is met, then return a bonus package of 5%. Then I'll hit comma to move to my second logical test of the ifs function. I hope you understand. And the second logical test says if an employee served more than 15 years, then they should be given 12%. So what I'll say now is that if what is inside this very particular cell is greater or equal to 15, then what will happen? They should be given 12% bonus. So I'll just close my parentheses and then hit enter. As you can see, I have 5% bonus because this very particular employee is within the interval of 5 and 14. But there is a problem. And the problem is that when an employee has less than 5 years, what happens? So we need to also specify that parameter. So I'll just come back here. Then I'll introduce the third if function. Then I'll say, okay, if what is inside this content is less than 5, then what will happen? I'll hit comma, then I want 0. No bonus should be given. That's for an employee that has less than 5 years in the company. I'll just hit enter on my keyboard, and this is exactly what I have. Now, if I go back to the problem that we have here, you realize that this criteria, and this criteria has been what? Met. Now, the next thing I will need to do is to sum up what will be the total bonus that an employee will have. So I'll just come back here, then I'll just create another column for total bonus, which is something like this. Let me expand a little bit. So I'll just say, okay, what an employee has here should be added to what the employee has in this very particular cell so that we can have the total bonus percentage. Okay, let me just change this from B. Let me add P, total bonus percentage. Then finally, what will be the bonus? Now, in this very particular point, let me change this to bonus percentage instead of only bonus so that the final bonus will now appear here. And the final bonus will now be what we have in this very particular cell that will now need to multiply the annual salary, which is this very particular content of cell. I hope you understand. I'll hit enter, and this is exactly what I have. I hope you understand. Then the next criteria we need is the maximum cap, and that specifies that no employee should have more than 30% of their salary as bonus. Now, the way to do this is to introduce the equal sign. Then I say, okay, 30% multiplied by their annual salary, which is this very particular cell. I'll hit enter, and this is exactly what I have. So whatever it is, your bonus should not be more than this. I hope you understand. And that's exactly what I have here. Now, to calculate the final bonus, I'll just come back to this very particular cell. Then I'll just name it final bonus. Don't bother about how I choose to name. You can actually give it a more better heading that will make you understand more of what is happening. But let me just call this final bonus because this is exactly what an employee gets to have after all the calculation has been made. So the final bonus should be the minimum of either this or this. I hope you understand. The reason why we need to do this is because the actual bonus you should have is this, but in a situation whereby your actual bonus is more than the cap, then instead of getting your actual bonus, you now end up getting the cap. I hope you understand. So we will introduce the minimum function and we'll make references as the first number, we'll make reference to this as the second number, and then we'll hit enter so that it will now look in between this and this, which one is the minimum. and then it will return it as your final bonus. So this is it for the first employee. Now, after we've done that for the first employee, we just need to double click in order to run it all through. So I'll just come back to this very particular cell. I'll just double click on it and then cross check to make sure everything is intact. So haven't cross checked everything and I believe that they are all intact. Then I can go ahead and then double click for the next one. I hope you understand. But before I do that, let me get rid of this error message that appears by the side here. So this is exactly what I have. Then I'll also double click for this one. And then we can see that the percentage has run all through. Most of the employees got 10%. So let's just cross check to see what we have. There is an NA error. So let's see what is happening. Now, if I double click, the employee got 90. And here we specify, okay, this is it. We specified greater than 90. So what I should say is greater or equal to 90. So what I'll do now is I'll just move to the top cell. Then I'll correct the formula by adding this should be greater or equal to 90. Then I'll just double click again so that it will run everything all through. And then let's check to make sure that our NA error is gone, which is exactly what we have here in this situation. So I'll just come back here. I'll double click on it as well. Then I'll just scroll down to cross check and make sure we have no error message. Then I'll move to the top. I'll do the same thing for all these other cells. So I'll just double click on them and that's it. We are done. So this problem has been solved and that is how we got to this very particular final bonus for each employee. Now, let's cross check this very particular data to see if there is a situation whereby the bonus of a particular employee is more than the cap. So to do that, let me just come back to this side and then I'll just introduce a mathematical symbol. For example, I will just say bonus minus cap and then hit enter. Whichever gives positive, then the bonus is more than that. So I will just drag this downwards to the last cell of interest, which is this. And then I will just observe and see. If I have a positive figure, then it means, for example, this situation is positive. That means the bonus here is more than the cap. The bonus is 12,282. Sorry, the bonus is 13,101, and then the cap is 12,000. So the bonus is more than the cap, and that is why it now returns the cap because no employee should have more than the bonus. I hope you understand. Sorry, no employee should have more than 30% of their salary, which is the criteria we actually met. So that is why we need to introduce the main function in that very particular situation. So I will just move here, then I'll just select all this and then clear this content. The reason why I did this is just to verify that everything is intact. So you've gotten to see how formula and functions are actually used in relation to each other to get things done and solve a particular problem. Now, if you want to understand more about formula and function, I have a detailed course where I explain each formula and function in Microsoft Excel. It's a continuous process. I keep on adding more and more function to the list. So if you want to enroll, just check the link in the description. It will direct you to my course dashboard so that you can purchase and explicitly understand Excel functions. Now, I have already explained some functions in the list of the course and I'll keep adding more and more functions to the list. So check the link to enroll. And if you have any problem you would like me to solve for you, just describe it in the comment section and I'll create a video on it. Until then, bye for now.